Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into a chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that makes this absolutely staggering promise to give you a piece of knowledge so complete that once you get it, there's literally nothing else left in the entire universe to know. So what on earth could that ultimate secret be? And there it is, right from the get-go. This is the divine promise from Krishna to the warrior Arjuna. Talk about an incredible hook, right? We're not just talking about some interesting facts here. We're talking about a total, all-encompassing wisdom about the very fabric of reality. This really sets the stage for everything that's about to unfold. But here's the catch. This kind of profound understanding, it's not exactly easy to come by. The text immediately makes it clear that out of thousands and thousands of people, you might be lucky if one even tries to achieve this. And out of those who do try, only a tiny, rare few will ever truly grasp this ultimate essence. This frames it as, maybe the universe's most precious and well-kept secret. So how do we even begin to wrap our heads around this secret? Well, the chapter starts by breaking down all of reality into two fundamental components, or what it calls natures. Think of this as the foundational blueprint for all of existence. Okay, so the Gita basically maps out creation using two distinct ingredients. First, you've got the inferior nature. This is the material world. It's everything from earth, water, and fire to the more subtle stuff like our own mind, intellect, and even our ego. But what makes it all tick? What animates it? Well, that's the superior nature, the life force itself, the spiritual consciousness that actually holds the entire cosmos together. And here is the absolute crucial point. It's from the union of these two natures, the material stuff and the spiritual spark, that everything, and I mean everything, comes into being. This verse establishes the divine as that single source, the womb of all creation, and also the place where everything eventually returns. All right, so if the divine is the source of everything, where is it now? Is it some distant force just watching from afar? Well, this next section makes it really clear that this source isn't remote at all. In fact, it's the very essence of everything we can see, taste, and feel right here, right now. And the text offers this just brilliant metaphor to help us visualize it. Imagine the entire universe is a necklace. Every planet, every person, every single atom is a pearl. The divine isn't just the one who made the pearls, it's the invisible thread running through all of them, holding them together, connecting them, and giving them a single unified reality. And this idea gets even richer through a series of beautiful, almost poetic examples. So, what is the most essential quality of water? It's taste, right? The text says, I am that. What's the essence of the sun and the moon? They're light. The essence of sacred scriptures, that primordial sound, Om. It's a way of seeing the divine not as some person up in the sky, but as the core, defining quality of a thing itself. And the list just keeps going. Building this really powerful picture, the divine is the pure fragrance of the earth, the intense heat and fire, the life buzzing within every single creature, and even the discipline of those who seek wisdom. And then, finally, it's described as the eternal seed, that timeless, fundamental cause from which all existence sprouts. Now, this all sounds incredibly beautiful and kind of simple. But it immediately brings up a very, very human question. If this divine essence is woven into the fabric of every single thing, why do we feel so separate from it all? Why is it so hard for us to see it? And that is the central conflict, isn't it? Our day-to-day experience often feels fragmented, chaotic, and confusing, not at all like we're all just pearls on a single unified string. The text actually tackles this feeling of disconnection head-on. The answer it gives is a concept called Maya, the cosmic illusion. The text describes it as a powerful divine force that puts a veil over our perception. Now, it's not unreal, like it doesn't exist. Oh, it's very real. But it's misleading. Maya makes us see all the individual pearls, the objects, the people, the drama, but it completely hides the thread that connects them all. So what is this veil of illusion actually made of? The text says it's composed of three fundamental qualities, or gunas, that are mixed into everything. You've got sattva, which is all about harmony, balance, and purity. Then there's rajas, the quality of passion, activity, and restlessness. And finally, tamas, which is inertia, darkness, and ignorance. Our thoughts, our actions, our entire world is just a constant play of these three forces. And that's what creates the illusion that keeps us so tangled up. So, if Maya is so powerful, so insurmountable. Are we just stuck? Is there any hope of seeing past it? Absolutely. The chapter now shifts to the solution, and it outlines 4 types of good-hearted people who are able to turn towards the divine and start to poke holes in that illusion. So the text breaks it down into 4 groups of virtuous seekers. First, you have the distressed, people who turn to a higher power when they're suffering. Then you've got the curious, who just genuinely want to understand what reality is all about. Next are the seekers of benefits, who are looking for worldly things like wealth or success. And finally, you have the wise, the ones who already have a deep understanding of the true nature of things. Now, while all 4 of these paths are seen as noble, the text gives a special shout-out to one of them. The jnani, or the wise one, is described as truly special. And why is that? Because their devotion isn't driven by pain or curiosity or want. It comes from a place of pure, unshakable understanding. They are in constant union with the divine, and because of this, they are said to be incredibly dear to the very source of reality itself. And right here, the whole chapter just comes full circle. Remember how we started with the idea that this knowledge is unbelievably rare? We end on that exact same profound note. Reaching this state of wisdom isn't something you do in a weekend seminar. The text says it can take many, many lifetimes of searching until someone finally realizes that everything is one, that all of reality is just a manifestation of a single divine consciousness. And such a person, the verse concludes, is very rare indeed. And that leaves us with one last thing to reflect on. This whole chapter uses that powerful metaphor of pearls on a string to explain the deep unity of everything. So the question for us is, how can we bring that huge cosmic idea into our own lives? What is the unifying principle, the hidden thread that connects all the different moments, experiences, and parts of your own existence? What holds it all together for you?